Stay. Hi friends, welcome. My name is Kelly and this is Maxwell. Welcome to Restorative Yoga. Get your props together, bolster, blocks, strap, and a blanket. The blanket is the size of like a small throw blanket, and you just fold it up about that size because we'll use it folded, not opened up all the way. What you can substitute for the bolster is a pillow, about the same size, and a belt instead of a strap, and then blocks. You could use a book. So we'll use all of our props. They set the environment for the restoration or for the restorative yoga practice. This practice today will continue the idea of the creative mind, trying to bring about creativity by restoring the body and through meditation. Maybe, right? I'm going to set some music. It is royalty-free music. So let me put this on. I did find some royalty-free music that could work in restorative yoga, not in my other classes though that I'm doing. But I should say thank you for being here. Thank you for turning your computer, phone, or iPad on and enjoying this practice with me. We'll get started in about 3 minutes. So go ahead and get your props and get comfortable, and we'll be ready. You hear that sound? Maxwell got a haircut, didn't you? He got his haircut so much he doesn't even look like an Australian Shepherd anymore. He looks like a lamb. Do you hear the sounds? All right, so let me put this on. Turn it down. 2, 4, 3. Are you okay? There I am. All right, thank you for joining me, everyone. Let's start with, so set your blocks up so they're not in the way, just on the side. We're gonna start on the mat with your body, no props. So let me close the door. Now I know that the sound works. All right. Coming together. Roll back on your mat. Reach your arms overhead and stretch. And then place your feet on the floor. Bring your arms to the sides and let your knees drop over to the right and the left. So we'll move around in the beginning of the class, and then we'll hold the poses for a longer period of time to restore the body, the muscles, the joints. You can close your eyes right here and bring your attention to your lower back. The sensation that you're feeling in the back and the hips as you rock your knees over to the side and then tip them up and over to the other side. And then with your feet flat on the floor, walk your feet in closer to your glutes and place your left ankle or right ankle on your left knee. Settle your shoulders on the mat. And lift your left foot up off the floor, bring it in. And you can reach your hands through, threading around, or if this is difficult, use a strap around the hamstring and then pull your leg in. And you want to flex your feet right here for a moment. And then rotate your left foot around. And then change the direction. You can close your eyes again. Relax your shoulders. Let go of all that tension from this morning, from the day, from any workout that you did earlier or the week. Relax. Bring the leg in even more. So you're feeling that stretch in the back of your hip, the glute. Breathing in, breathing out. So a full, deep breath of air. Inhale through the nose, and then exhale out through the nose. Good. Now move the ankle off of the knee. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourselves a hug. Give yourself a hug. Rocking from side to side. Just a light movement from side to side. The rocking doesn't do anything. It's just to get some movement in your body. A little creating maybe lightness in the mind by rocking from side to side. Then place your right foot on the floor and your left ankle on your right knee. Press that knee away gently. And if it's okay, maybe you want to stay right here, but if it's okay, lift up your right foot and reach your hands around the hamstring and pull that leg in lightly. And then flex your feet And go ahead and rotate the right foot at the ankle joint. Reverse that rotation. And then you can hold, pull the leg in just slightly more and press your knee away. So the inside of your knee, you'll feel your lower back open up. Press the lower back into the floor. So don't arch the spine. You want to press the lower back into the floor. In restorative yoga, you want to move into a stretch to a comfortable place. Not to an edge or to a place where you feel you're having to work. If your heart rate is going up or if your respiration is increasing, your breathing, then back off of the stretch. Sometimes stretching is harder for some than even strength training. But it's worth the time spent to pay attention to your body this way. And then this restorative class, any restorative class is for a period of time, a long time, an hour of paying attention to your body. You should commend yourself for being here, for doing that. If you're watching this live or if you're watching this on the replay or the recording, tipping your knees side to side again. And then we're going to come up to a seated position. So however you would like to do that, you can roll up or you can go to your side and sit up with your legs crossed. So let's focus in on our breathing for a moment in time. As you reach your arms, take a deep inhale. Put your palms together overhead. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down in front of the chest. At that pace. Movement with your breath. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Relax your shoulders. You can close your eyes right here and just feel the sensations in your body. With the eyes closed, you sink a little deeper into being focused and present. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Focus in on your Ujjayi breathing. I'll describe that for you. So Ujjayi breathing is a little constriction in the back of the throat. And then as you exhale, constricting the back of the throat. Inhale and reach the arms in, breathing in deeply. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Again, reach, breathing in. Exhale. Open your eyes. Inhale, reach your arms up. Same breath. Exhale, twist to or turn to the right. Looking over your shoulder. Inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale, twist or turn the other way. Inhale and reach your arms up. And then lean over to the side. And you may want to grab one of your blocks right here. It's kind of nice to do that. Actually do. If you have blocks or books, place them on either side of your hip. So like alignment with your hips. So on the right side, bring your right elbow to the block and reach up and over. You can turn the block up to a higher level to make it easier. And just kind of loll the head over and reaching the arm. Feel the side body stretching out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reach both arms up. And this time reach forward. So lengthen the arms forward. You can place the hands just for a moment. And then walk your hands in and lift up. Now let's lean over to the other side. Make sure you have the block there. Reach your arm. And then reach the opposite arm up and over your ear. Draw the shoulder back and look up underneath your arm. Breathe in. Loll the head over, so no strain or stress in the neck and shoulders. Inhale and reach up and over. Now change the crossing of your legs. Bring your hands behind your hips. And let's open the front body. So lean the shoulders back, opening the chest, looking up at the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. And then press into the hands and lift up. Reach the arms up, turn to the left. Reach the hand behind the hip, hand on the outside of your leg. Look over your shoulder. Inhale and reach your arms up. And now turn the other way, just a light twist, warming up the spine. Hand on the outside of your leg. Inhale and reach up. Good. And now reaching your hand for the block on the left side, form on the block. Turn your palm up and reach the arm up and over your ear. Draw back the shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reach up and over to the other side. Arm goes up and over the ear. Draw your shoulder back. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale and reach up. And now let's fold forward. So you can walk your hands out to a comfortable place. And maybe you can reach even further and bring your head between the arms. Turn your head right and then left. And then up and down. Walk your hands in. Bring the hands behind your hips and stretch through the chest. So draw your shoulders back and lift your heart. Tip your head back. Don't drop the head back. Don't bend at the neck, but just tip the head back. Pressing into your hands, your fingers. And now let's come on to our hands and our knees. Move your blocks over. Hands and knees on the mat. And what you want to do is have your wrists underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under to start with if you can. If you can do that, that's your mobility and flexibility in your toe joint. Which, working into that toe joint by tucking your toes under on your knees, it's a good thing to do. You want to keep the ability to bend. Super helpful for walking, first of all. But then just mobility in general for your feet. So push the floor away. We're moving the hips back and then lifting up to a table position right here. Move the hips back. Push the floor away just slightly and sit on your heels for a moment. Do that again. Hips back. And then bring it up. One more time. Hips back. Now slide your hands forward and put your chest right on top of your thighs. So the head is hovering over your mat. So now working into your knees, the mobility of your knees. It's also another area. You want to keep mobility in the knees, of course. Strength training helps with that. And then yoga makes it all work, right? With the mobility. If you feel strain, or not strain, but if you feel stiffness in your knees, that's okay. But if there's pain, shooting pain, or
you're just uncomfortable and you can't stay there, then lift up for sure. But take another deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, slide your hands in and grab your blocks or books. Place your blocks on the mat. And you're going to bring your right foot forward. And then shift your hips. Bring your blocks about this height, so the higher height, so you're comfortable. Relax your shoulders. And so your leg is right up underneath this right side, but I want you to kind of turn the body. Don't bring your knee in. Knee stays over your ankle. But turn your body so that you can kind of lay down over the leg. And maybe you can bring your chin forward of your knee, if that works. Move your blocks so that your forearms can relax, or your hands can relax on the blocks, so that your shoulders relax. Here we're stretching the hip flexors on the left side and restoring the shoulders and neck. Bring your awareness to your breath again. 3 more breaths. Place the top of the foot, the left foot, on the floor. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Now shift your hips back and flex your foot in the front. Use your blocks like this to get a hamstring stretch. So start up a little higher with your hips, but then think you want to draw this hip down and then under. But look at your toes. Whenever you do that, your toes can tend to fall out. I want your toes to point straight up, your heel pointing, pressing into the floor. And then this hip crease, pull it back just slightly and press down. So in other words, you don't want to have a sassy hip like that, right? You don't want to have it up. You want to have it down and rolled under. Relax your shoulders. So stay up high for a moment. You can tuck the toes back here or keep the foot flat. Your choice there. Breathe. Breathe out. So my leg right here is as straight as I'm comfortable to, right? But don't hyperextend through that. So lightly stretching your hamstring. Inhaling. Exhaling. And now we're going to lift up, bring your blocks right beside your hips, so lined up like that. TFL stretch. The left hip is the side that we're going to be stretching. The right side is how you're going to balance. So move this foot over a bit so you've got some space width, and then your block. Your fingers go here, and then reach your arm up and over. And you can let your head turn to the side. So feel where the stretch is happening from the arm to the hip. So right there at the hip point down to your knee. So think there's the IT band. The IT band connects to a small muscle, the TFL muscle. So it's hard to find stretches to actually be effective stretching at the hip. Now reach your arm up and then place your knee down. Let's make one adjustment. Let's put the blanket on underneath the knees. If you haven't done that, maybe some of you have already done that. Should have done that, it's okay. So your knees are comfortable. You want your knees comfortable. So now we're going to change sides. So left foot forward. When you step forward, you guys, so part of your core work or part of core strength is the ability to move from place to place, right? Without like dropping into a joint or hurting yourselves. So your weight is in your right knee and you're going to lift up your left and then step that foot forward and then shift your hips forward. Place your blocks right beside the ankle. Maybe you have to move the foot forward more, but you want to stretch right here in the flexors. So shift the hips forward as
much as you need to, but just feeling the stretch. And then your hands come to the block and look forward first. And then you're going to kind of turn your torso so that you lay your torso over the leg in the front. And then I like to put my forearms on my block so that I can relax my shoulders. If your hands work better placed on the block for your comfort, then do that. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhaling, exhaling. Deeply breathing in. Ujjayi breath, exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Walk your hands to your block. Lift your head. And now flex your foot in the front for our hamstring stretch. Flex your foot so your heel is pressing into the floor. And you can move your blocks about the placement of your knee. So about right there. And then look forward. Maybe you can walk the blocks down to the lower height and still keep your legs straight. Maybe to the lower height, the lowest height, and stay there. Abs, actually just your back is flat, but lift your heart. Breathing. And again, your hip on the left side, you want to roll it down and then, or pull it back and then roll it under so that your hips are squared. Protect the SI joint. We'll work on that later when we're on our back, the SI joint. Now slide your foot flat, taking a knee, and place your blocks beside your legs. Then move your left foot over to the edge so that you've got space, width, and then stand up, bring your torso up tall. And then we're going to reach your right arm up and over. So my fingers are on the left side on the block. And then look up, arm open over the ear, feeling the entire side body stretch right there. Really nice stretch for the outside of the body. The lateral part of the body, lateral side. The IT band up to your TFL muscle, through the side. Also your back, there's some lower back stretch. And relax your neck. Excellent. Now reach over, grab your blocks, place them on the mat or on the floor, and then you're going to move your blanket up higher for your neck or your head to lower to. But now I'm going to have you put your bolster, so our pillow, bring over on the other side of your legs and bring your legs over. The edge of your feet is on the mat, and then your knees are out to the side, so you've got the inner thighs opening up. You can bring your feet together, or if you feel more comfortable with your feet apart, that's fine. And then we're going to fold over right in between your legs. Use a block right here or your book, and you can turn it if you have a block or the highest height. And so you're going to place your forehead right on the block. I'm going to go to my middle height and place my forehead, and then rest my arms. Feel the opening of the back of your shoulders and the neck. So breathe into that place. Breathe into the back body, into the neck, the shoulders, the trapezius.
taking the opportunity right here to really absorb the moment, to appreciate the body, the stretch, to protect the body, encouraging healing. Begin to lift your head.
Roll your shoulders back, and you can move the block away to the side, and then move your feet on the other side of the bolster. So I'm going to face you. Here's where we're going to add the twist to our movement. So a little variation, it'll create a little intensity, but once you move into the position and you feel potentially intensity, try to relax into it with your breath. So turn your bolster, sweep your feet in, bring your upper leg foot forward of the lower leg. The lower leg underneath is behind, like that. So your knees are like this. If that's uncomfortable for your hips, if you need to have like a prop like this, do that. And then kind of sit up, find that comfortable spot on your hip. Before you lower on the bolster, I want you to turn your shoulders so you are squaring your body to the bolster. Then place your hands and walk your hands along the bolster on either side. Then place your forearms down. So if you're right here, you're squared with your shoulders, if both forearms are down. Take a deep breath in, and then lower your body, turn your head the direction of your knees bent. Or if you need more rotation or more of a spine twist, turn your head the opposite direction. Again, the intensity created because of the twisting, and then your breath can become constricted here. Just slightly because of the twist. But just keep breathing slowly, smoothly. You can think of anatomically what's happening in the spine. Where is the twist happening? So trace the line up from the hips or the tailbone through the lower back to the middle of the spine to your neck, or your blades first and then your neck. Relax your arms and shoulders and your jaw. Begin to press into your forearms and lift up
Walk your hands in. And then move the blanket to the other side. Sit up. So here, the other side, and then the bolster on this side. So I can face you. We're going to go right to the other side. Pull the bolster all the way up. Start with your legs out straight. And sit up tall. And then sweep your feet out. The upper leg forward, the lower leg foot behind. The blanket between your knees. And then walk your hands on either side of the bolster. So kind of move just slightly away. And then walk your hands down, palms flat, and then put your forearms down. Turn your head the direction of your knees or the opposite direction. Relax your shoulders. So we're just holding it here for about 2 minutes of time. So I want you to take the opportunity to relax your body and also relax your mind. Meditation is about not feeling like you have to not think. It's about just not attaching to the thoughts that come to your mind. Our minds want to be entertained. Your mind wants to have something to occupy, to be occupied with. But in meditation, think of it as non-attachment, recognizing a thought comes and a thought goes without doing anything with it. No reflecting on the past or what has happened, and no predicting or actively thinking about what to do in the future. Just be in the moment. It's easy to do when you concentrate on your breathing, closing your eyes, having less distractions. If your breathing is short, become more detailed with that by controlling the breath a little bit more. Inhaling and then exhaling. In these twisting postures, the breathing is constricted, so it can create a sense of anxiety or stress, but relieve yourself of that stress by controlling your breath. Sending the signal to your central nervous system that you are safe. How else does the body know that you're safe? Physically and directly by breathing. Begin to press into your forearms and lift your head. Walk your hands in. And then move the bolster to the front of your mat and have your blanket nearby. So you're going to put, again, we're going to put our feet up on the bolster. It's connected. So your head is going to come onto the blanket and your neck. So once you lie down, you'll
kind of roll the end so the neck is supported. So we're not having your feet on the other side this time, but place your feet, well, first put your feet over, and then come down to your forearms and get ready to place your feet on the bolster with the bottom of your feet together. So feet together with your knees out, and then the head on your blanket, and you can make a roll. Make sure your head is comfortable. I have lights on so you can see me, but if you have lights on that are distracting, turn your lights down or turn them off. So your knees are to the side, or opening up the inner thighs, and feet together up on the bolster. Reach your arms to the sides with a little bit of space between the body and the arms. And if you feel like you've got stress in the wrists or the palms just from the angle, then just move your elbows, pick your elbows up and put them down, and open and close your hands a few times. Then bring your awareness to the top of the head and close your eyes, the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in through your nose, then exhale that out. Inhale through your nose again, and exhale. Focusing on your jaw. Relax the jaw. Let your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. Continuing the breath with that fluid flow of air into the lungs, and then fully exhaling it out. Shoulders. So just bring your awareness there and recognize that you probably were holding tension in the shoulders. So relax. Then bring the thought down to, or awareness down to your hips, and the lower back. Relax. Relax the legs. Let your legs feel comfortable by intentionally relaxing the hips and your lower back. And then your feet. Focusing in on your breath again. Allowing the body to be pulled in by gravity. Think of gravity as balancing the body. Pulling both sides down equally. Kind of like a Ferris wheel. If you think about a Ferris wheel, the cars on the Ferris wheel, they're always at the same position as the Ferris wheel turns, and the cars go up the side and then over the top and down the other side and down to the bottom. So your breath, similarly, as you start your inhale at the bottom of the Ferris wheel, continuing breathing a deep breath of air in up the side, and then over the top is where your exhale starts, going back, going down the other side. So linking your inhale with your exhale. Now as I cue and give detail of how to breathe, try not to find yourself or figure out if you're stressing your shoulders or your hips just because of your breathing. That's not the intention. The intention is to fluidly breathe, connecting your inhale with your exhale. So the same length of time inhaling imagining the Ferris wheel, and then exhaling. Do that 2 more times. Good. Now open your eyes and place your hands on the outside of your legs and bring your knees in towards each other. Bring the right leg into your chest. Extend the left leg over the bolster. And then change sides. So your right leg over the bolster and your left knee in. And just hold for a moment. Then place your palms on the sides, feet on the bolster, and with your feet on the bolster, tip your knees over to the right and the left. So similar to what we did in the beginning of class, but now with your feet up higher, so your lower back is comfortable and supported. So we're going to do one inversion before we go into our final pose of the day. So the inversion is legs up. You can come to do legs up the wall. I'm going to stay right here and show you how to do it without legs up the wall. But if you have a wall that you can go to, pull your mat up to the wall and you'll come to the side of the wall and then put your legs up. But if you're okay and you want to just follow me, we're going to use a block. So you could also use a pillow or the bolster. But if you have a block, I want you to use a block. So place your feet flat on the floor. This puts your hips, your SI joint in traction. So that you can level the hips. So you're going to pick up your hips, press into your feet like you're coming into bridge pose. Place the block underneath your hips or book. So a hard surface. And keep your left foot on the floor. Make sure your head and your neck is comfortable because you've kind of moved around. So my blades are on the mat, but then I'm going to kind of pull under my right side and then pull under my left side. So I've got a nice comfortable shelf at my shoulders. Then bring your arms to the side, so closer into your body, and extend the right leg up. And just feel that stretch. So first stretch is probably right into the hamstring, and then the glute, and you can flex your foot, but then let your leg go. Then reach your hands around and pull the leg in just slightly, and then palms on the floor. Take a look at your leg. Take a deep breath in and close your eyes. And then lower your right heel all the way to the floor. So your right leg is straight. Here, stretching the flexors in the front of the hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Draw your lower back towards the floor. So pull in the abs just below the navel. Slide your right foot in flat and extend the left leg up straight. Check out your leg. Straighten the leg, toes pointing towards you. Notice the natural angles of your ankle and your knee and your hip. Maybe different on this side than the other side. The carrying angle of your ankle to your foot. Then reach your hands around and pull the leg in just slightly, and then let it go. Then lower your leg so your heel comes down to the floor.
Feeling the flexor stretch on the front of that left hip. Same stretch as when we were in that low lunge position, pressing our hips forward. This is just a little more of a stretch for the flexor because of course, your hips are higher than your heel and your shoulders. So you've created this kind of bow position, stretching the front body. Close your eyes, palms on the floor, inhaling and exhaling. And slide your left foot onto the floor. Lift your feet up. Balance. Find your balance. If you need to, put your feet down and reposition the block. Extend your right leg up and your left leg up. Here's your inversion of the class. Legs up. So you can do this up the wall. And then you'd have something to rest your heels on or your legs on here. You are actively holding the legs up straight. So if you have the wall, that would be more of a passive stretch with the legs up the wall. Here it's active, using some strength to hold your legs above your hips. Close your eyes. 5 breaths. Begin to bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, lift your hips and remove the block. And now let's take a moment to get comfortable, move around, rock the knees from side to side. Let's extend the left leg out and right knee in and bring the knee across the body to the left and reach your right arm over to the right, stretching your lower back, the side of the hip, the leg. And if you want to create a little more stretch, extend the right leg out straight and reach the right arm over longer. So keep your shoulders on the floor. Close your eyes. Let your left leg go. Don't hold tension there. Then lift your knee back up over your hip and extend it up straight. Lower your leg and then bring your left knee in. Extend your left arm out. Bring the knee across the body to the right. Level your shoulders. And then if you want to extend your left leg to the right, you're across the body, and then look over to the left. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Relax the right leg. Turn your head as far as you can towards the left. Then lift your leg, knee over the hip, extend the leg up straight, and then lower. Now everybody roll over to your tummy, to your stomach. Come up onto your forearms. You can place the forearms up on the blanket. Press into the feet on the floor, press into your forearms, your palms. Lift your head, lift your heart, and look forward just for 5 breaths right here in Sphinx pose. So you're drawing your elbows in towards your hips energetically, but then relax. Keep your abs contracted to support the lower back. Strengthening your posture muscles, the back extensors, what they're called. They extend the back. Tummy time. We all need tummy time. Tummy time, crawling, sitting on your heels in malasana, all basic moves that we did after we were born. And they've proven to be interesting poses to create and keep mobility in your body. So the most basic first poses that we actually did as humans. And now, rolling back to your back, Shavasana. So let's set up. So actually, you should come up. Come up. And I want you to use your bolster. Place your bolster flat or one block higher. And then another block at a lower height. And you can place it here like this, and then the other one here. So your head will come here and your shoulder blades here. You can place the bolster like that, and then that's kind of how you're going to lie down on that. But I prefer to feel the surface, the harder surface of the blocks. You could also place the blanket on the blocks, but make sure you have them correctly positioned. So lying back, so your blades come on that first block, that lower block, so you may have to scoot. So it's like right at your bra line, guys, right there, and then shoulder blades down, and then head. If you have a pillow and not a bolster or blocks or blanket, then place the pillow underneath your shoulders and your head in a long format. So vertically rather than horizontally. And then bring your arms to your sides, close your eyes, feel the shoulders opening up. So your legs are apart and with enough space that you feel your lower back relax. And the arms are out away from the body with enough space that you feel your chest opening. Close your eyes and just breathe. Focus in on your breath. Breathing in a full breath of air, exhaling the air out, inhaling through your nose, and then exhaling through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose,
Exhaling through the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhaling. Exhaling. On your own, a few more breaths. Then begin to open your eyes and move your fingers and move your toes. Press into your forearms and lift up if you have props underneath you. And I want you to take a moment to lie flat on your mat. And then we will come up to a seated position. So just take a moment to lie on the back, on your mat, evening up the body on the hard surface or on your mat. And so you'll just roll over to the side and stay for a moment in this fetal position. So rest your head on the inside of your arm, bend your knees. Take a deep breath of air in. Exhale that out. Press into the hand, lift up to your seated position, and cross your legs. Bring your hands to your heart, and then bow your chins. In thanks and in gratitude, edge of the hands to the mind's eye, making that connection. And then the edge of the hands to the heart again. I appreciate you. I appreciate the practice and that you've taken the time to pay attention, to be present. I bow my practice to your practice. The light within me sees the light within you. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave your comments about your experience if you would. I appreciate that always. And I hope you have a great rest of your day whenever you've done this program. But for those of you who are live watching, thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of the afternoon. Happy Friday and happy weekend, and happy Mother's Day. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you again. Next week, same program. I'll be here again on Friday, so join me. See ya. Bye.